Hi, welcome to the Jerky Wrangler. And today what we're doing is we're in a nice place and we're going to review two jerkies that we found that have the same flavor. They're both the cracked pepper variety. Now one here is Smokehouse Jerky Company, which uses a brisket for their cut of meat. The other is the Oregon Trail Company, and they don't use a brisket, but it's also the black pepper. So we're going to compare the difference between the two. I'm going to show you a piece of the Oregon Trail here. Now the Oregon Trail, because it's not the brisket meat that they used, it's a little bit more, you can see that it's a slab, okay? So they cut these large slab pieces and dried them up. So it's a slab type jerky. It's a dry jerky, and it's got the cracked pepper on there. Now, in tasting it though, okay, this jerky, it really reminded me of when you're sitting down to a nice big steak. It had that kind of flavor. Now, it takes a little more chewing because it's a slab, but it's still good. It required just a little bit more chewing on that. Now, one of the ingredients in here that I think helped out that flavor to kind of be like that, like, you know, sitting down to a steak dinner, is they have Worcestershire sauce, and they also have some liquid smoke. Plus with the soy teriyaki sauce, pretty much the standard everybody uses for the most part. But with the additional of the Worcestershire, it gives you that little bit different flavor. So this is a really good jerky. I want to give this one, I'm going to say, you know, because again, looking at the cuts of meat, imagining doing it yourself, these guys easily score, I would say, a 9 on a scale of 1 to 10, and probably even 10 if you don't mind it being a little thicker. It's like a thick cut. So this, when they cut this meat, you know, before it was dried, wow, I mean, it must have been a good 1/4 inch thick slice of meat, because even right now it's got some good thickness to it. So this is a thicker meat, and I give these guys Oregon Trail, give them a solid 9, really maybe even a 10 if you don't mind a little extra chewing. So Oregon Trail, you did a good job. All right, now here I'm trying out the Smokehouse Jerky. Now again, they use a different cut of meat, so you can tell because it's the brisket, it's a lot more flexible than that other cut of meat was. And because it's a brisket, it has more marbling throughout, you know, so they had a higher fat content in the meat. After, you know, brisket has a higher fat content throughout, so it's got that marbling, okay? And having tried this one, it's very tender, and it's really, really good. I'm going to give Smokehouse Jerky Company a 10 on a scale of 1 to 10. I think that's a very good jerky. It's tender, and the marbling adds a lot. When you don't have a marbled meat, it can be a little more tough of a chew, but this one, because it's marbled like that, it's very tender, and that additional fat really adds a lot of flavor to the jerky. And the cracked pepper flavor comes through. Again, the base of soy sauce comes through also. But both these companies did a great job on their jerkies. Let's go with a 10 on Smokehouse Jerky Company and a 9 for Oregon Trail, only that it was a little thicker, a little bit tougher, but still excellent. So next time on the Jerky Wrangler, let's enjoy some more brands.